G'day, ladies and gentlemen. Till the Bum here, bringing you another Unreal Engine tutorial. And in this one, I've got someone in the Unreal Engine Discord. They were having a little bit of trouble with loops, and they have a goal of having an array that randomly selects 10 cubes out of a 9x9 square grid of cubes, and these cubes will do something when they are interacted with, sort of like Minesweeper. So I've gone ahead and done so. Let's take a look inside of this project here. So I've set up all these cubes. So randomly selected, some of these are explosive. Only randomly. You don't know which ones. And I haven't done any fancy sort of particle effects or anything like that. But there is only 10 of these. 10 of these cubes that when they are walked on or interacted with, it could be a projectile. It could be an overlap event. It could be anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and show you how I did it. So I started off in this little Minesweeper folder. I created a blueprint. I called it BombCube BP. And there's a custom event on there. I did put a collision box, but I don't actually use the collision box. We have this little bit of blueprinting here that is called later, and we'll come back to this. But what is important is down here on the left-hand side, right on top of my camera here, I've gone ahead and created two variables, isBomb and cube index, and I've made them instance editable. So making them instance editable means that inside of the world editor, level editor, whatever you want to call it, on the right hand side here, you can see that the variable of isBomb and cube index is set in there. So I placed these in one by one, and I just clicked and did Control D to duplicate them, and I duplicated them in rows to make this 9x9 grid. Then I zoomed out like this, and I went one by one and changed that variable I called cube index from 1, 2, 3, all the way down until I ended up at 90, which is a 9x9 grid. That way they all have a unique cube index. Now, over in our third person character, on the event begin play, we've got an array of BombCube array. And let me just show you that. There you go. We've got this array here. You create an array exactly the same way you would a variable, except you right-click on there, and that gives you the little 9 squares that turn it into an array. And off the event begin play, I created a for loop starting at 0, ending at 9. An array starts counting from 0, so 0 to 9 is 10. And plugging into our set array elements is a random integer in the range of 1 through 90, and we are setting the array element. Very important is the amount of array elements that are set for this loop. This loop will set 10 array elements, and we have that over here. So if we want to scale this up and make even more explosive boxes or whatever you want to call them, we would have to make sure that the amount of array elements is the same as what's in this for loop here. And now where everything happens. So I've got an on component begin overlap event, which checks if our bomb cube blueprint, this one here that I created earlier, has the tag. And I did it on the very top of and on the right hand side, just type in tag. You see it's got the tag of bomb cube. So we're checking to see if the other actor, because the blueprint of bomb cube is a type actor, we're not looking for the component. If we wanted to change it to the collision box the collision box we put on the cube, we would add the tag here to the component tags. And instead of overlapping with another actor, would be overlapping with the other component and looking for the component has tag. As we're not looking for the actor as a whole, but I did it as an overlap event for the actor as a whole. So one thing you should do when you're searching for another actor's reference or a component reference is checking that it is a valid reference in case you're overlapping something else. So you drag off here, then you look for is valid, and you're checking the actor has the tag. That is true, it's valid, then it will execute your code. So with our reference here from the other actor on the begin overlap, we can cast to our bomb cube blueprint. And we're following a very similar structure to our code on event begin play. We have a for loop here that ranges from 0 to 9. And we are also getting our bomb cube array, and we are checking if it is equal. So we're getting the bomb cube array, and we're getting the cube index variable from our bomb cube blueprint. And this is instance editable. So that means in the editor, these all get a different cube index. And we set that in the begin play. But we're not setting it any variables directly on what's inside a level. We're just setting a bunch of numbers in the array here that we can calculate later. So we're drawing from our bomb cube to see what number it is. And we are using the index to check which numbers in our bomb cube array are set to actually being a bomb. And when one of these is equal to the number of the cube index, I'll fire off this boolean here. This boolean isn't really needed in this instance, but I did put it in there in case you wanted to change something later. Then we're firing off an event, once again, that is while we're casting to the bomb cube, the event of update cube. So firing off that event when one of the numbers when the for loop collides with something that is equal to the correct number that is a bomb. So this event checks all the numbers of the cube you're standing on and checks it against the 10 numbers that have a number assigned to them being a bomb. Then we call this update event, and this is a custom event inside of our bomb cube. To create a custom event, you just right click in the graph, type in add custom event. So there's nothing else going on in the bomb cube blueprint. The only thing what I'm doing here is checking that the bomb variable condition is true, which we don't even need this code, because this event would only fire if it was in fact a bomb. So I could take this out, could absolutely, not the branch, just setting the boolean. So we could take this out. This is not needed. And what I'm doing is I'm just changing the material of the cube. So once again, compile and save, close out of this. And just to show you how this can scale, instead of just 0 through 9, let's make it so let's go to 19. Let's make it so there is 20 different bombs. So this loop here needs to match the amount of items as we are doing it down here, as well as the array has to match it as well. So now if we go back into our game, there will be 20 bomb slots rather than just 10. So, and they are always getting randomized. It is not a chance thing. It is preset when you begin the game. And as you can see, I increase the numbers based on... You could do this for difficulty. If you wanted to increase the difficulty of your Minesweeper type game, you could do that very easily. You see, now we've increased the number. And like this blueprint, this is not perfect. It is no idea. It is not meant to be perfect. This is just an example of how I would achieve this programming in a real world example. And I hope if this is what you're looking for, I hope it helped you out. If this has helped you, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, comment if you have anything you're stuck on and you would like me to solve it for you. That's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Attila the Bum, out.